Yes.
but their language is a little bit corrupted, not the concentrated.
Exactly.
And they are the same.
They are the same.
Just like when the English people brought Christianity to part of Delta and Edo, they corrupted English, have pidgin English.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly Aramaic English.
Exactly.
Aramaic Egyptian.
Right.
So I don't know why
It's
because when you are bringing this out,
Mhm, mhm.
I was able to see that more than meets the eye.
Yes.
Why the Bible was written that way.
Mhm.
I told her last Wednesday too that there are also about two other groups that we know about in Bible history, apart from these two that she mentioned. They call some of them God-fearers, and they call some of them the proselytes.
Yes.
But these two people are idol worshippers. They are
Yes.
the heathens.
Yes.
So the proselytes, they will agree that they want to circumcise. That's another group in the
Yes,
early church.
yes, yes.
But the God-fearers will refuse to, get circumcision. But with the wisdom that you are talking about,
Yes.
the likes of Paul, the likes of Barnabas, they went to James and Peter in Jerusalem,
Yes.
and they settled it that, look, we cannot, because of circumcision, not
Yes.
accept this.
We can
Even
fix
to
this.
us, it's free.
Yeah.
So let's leave them. As long as they are not eating food given to idols,
Yeah.
they are good.
They're good.
It's good. Salvation is free for us. Why should
need
we
wisdom.
inhibit? Exactly. We
need
just need
wisdom.
wisdom.
Yeah.
Wisdom.
And we need to cool down. When the problem is brewing, don't go haywire. It's not new. It may be the first time we are experiencing it, but it's not new. There's no problem that is new. Somebody had done it, somebody had been there, someone has experienced it, someone has overcome it before us. Yeah, so I just wanted us to look at that. In my note here, I said, yes.
That Alexandra the Great was still the same Alexandra as a state in Egypt today.
Today,
Yeah, it's still Hellen.
yeah,
So that Hellen was Hellenistic.
Hellenistic
Yeah, it's still the
Jews.
same man that owns Alexandra, a state in Egypt. From that time,
Yes.
from 331 BC,
BC.
to date.
Wow,
Yeah. So
interesting.
it was then Jew until the Islamic people Islamized Egypt.
Mhm.
But still, it's still Alexandra that established that part of
That
the world.
particular.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also it's been sold now.
So, now
Yeah,
money is
just as
talking.
part of what we're saying, that they
Grabbing.
will not grab ahead. So that state have been grabbed
Yeah.
out of Egypt, but
Wow.
still inside Egypt. It was sold out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
As leaders, yeah, I see being humble enough to listen to the followers when they feel slighted, when they feel incomplete, when they feel something is missing, when they feel discriminated against, whether intentional or not intentional. Yeah. So when these Greek speaking people, these Hellenists, when they were complaining, those who the community saw as superior, yeah, they did not discountenance the complaint of those who felt inferior. Very important. Yeah. So as leaders, please, when complaints come to you, don't throw it in the dustbin, in the garbage. Try your best to treat it. For them, it was legitimate. Yeah. So for that person who is complaining, it is legitimate, right? So even if you are superior to, we're not superior to anybody, but the way the world is organized, right? So if in position you are superior to the person that is complaining, come low to hear them out. Come low to listen, to see what can you do to help them become comfortable. I think it's very important. That's what the apostles did. The apostles could have said, you are inferior people anyway, even though you have accepted Jesus Christ, but that doesn't mean that we have to give you equal share. They could have come up with some kind of attitude, but the apostles came down to, that is, if at all the Hellenists were inferior too, if they were, right, but they weren't. They were treated as such, they felt as such. And when those two things are going together, then that becomes reality. So the apostles, however, did not stay on high horse. They came to address the issue. Guess what? They asked them to choose from among themselves. Very important. Wisdom. We're talking wisdom. Once a while, I joke that someone had complained. It just stands out in my mind. It's funny. Someone had complained that, oh, something isn't right. I think it should. I said, don't worry. We're soon going to change officers. I will put you there. He said, Pastor, please, don't. Wisdom says the person who doesn't like how it is happening should sit in that seat and taste it and see how it works and make it right. But they say, oh no, Pastor, I was just telling you. I was just telling you. Please don't put... Right? But maybe the difference is the complainer who is filled with the Holy Spirit. The complainer who is of faith. The complainer who really believes in what is going on. They just wanted it done differently. They just wanted fairness, right? So maybe that's the difference between complainers and complainers, right? So as a leader, as someone to whom issues are brought, let us be patient enough, be humble enough to hear what the people have to say, right? And see maybe, because usually when we're in an organization, in a group, in a setting, right, the things that we continuously see as wrong or as what could be done differently, maybe Jesus brought us there to be the one who will fix it. Instead of complain. So the apostles went along that line of thought and say, choose from among you Hellenists, right? The reason why I said they are Hellenists, the names, yeah. So it might have even they might have felt worse if the apostles chose from the Hebrews. The Hebrews are cheating us, right? If you now choose another Hebrew to come and no, we're going to share this power with you. The power to distribute food. Among you Hellenists, choose those who are trustworthy. We will pray for them. We will appoint them. They're going to be co-partners with us. Awesome. That made them happy. Wisdom, when we're leading people, I mean godly wisdom. I mean divine wisdom. We're not trying to trick them. We're trying to get them involved. We're trying to solve the issues, the things that could make them angry and leave. Right? The things that could make them be there and be causing problem. So treat it by making them, maybe that's why God brought you here. Please help us solve that problem. You know how it should be done. All right. I see that. Yes, ma'am.
It didn't grumble on the ground. They didn't cause trouble on the ground. They made their issues.
Yes.
They made it open.
Yes.
So the Hebrews
here
were not being treated well. And these other. But I observed that in some groups, even within the church, instead of coming up to the leader or even to us,
Yeah.
this we observe this.
Right.
Can we make correction? How can
Yeah.
we do?
Yeah.
But on the ground,
Yeah.
they'll be grumbling,
Yeah.
then they'll be talking all
Yeah.
about.
Sure.
So that's one other thing. When we are doing our leadership training,
Yeah.
we should focus on that too.
Absolutely. Because we see leadership training right in here.
Yes.
Yeah. How were the leaders able to solve the problem? It's because the problem was brought to the open to the leaders, right? Not grumbling. So complaint, we don't always see it as negative. Complaint doesn't have to be negative, right? It's just bringing an issue up, and they're giving us feedback, so to say, and then it's left to us to do something about it, right? So long as we can make the people comfortable, all the people feel that they are doing something, yeah, they too are performing service, right? So that was the wisdom that was used there. Okay, now some people that were messing with Stephen were also Hellenists. Yeah? Let's read from verse 8. And Stephen, full of faith, you know, Stephen is one of those that were chosen in verse 5. Stephen, full of faith and power, did great wonders and signs among the people. Then there arose some from what is called the synagogue of the freemen. The synagogue of the freemen, disputing with Stephen. As I said earlier, and in my Bible, the freemen, we have in bracket Cyrenians, Alexandrians, and those from Cilicia and Asia, right? The freemen, I looked it up, they were Jews that were once slaves, Roman slaves, or descendants of Roman slaves, right, that were now free, right? Once a slave, but now free. So that's why it's called freemen, libertarians, people who now have liberty. Yeah. So there was a group, and in Jerusalem at that time, there was only one place where they would offer, only one temple where sacrifice would be offered, but there were many synagogues. One of the synagogues was this synagogue of the freedmen, synagogue of once upon a time slaves, right? So don't forget, they didn't come from Galilee or from Judea. That makes them Hellenists. That makes them Jews from the diaspora. Okay? So they too had their own synagogue, right? So they were going to be arguing back and forth with Stephen. Stephen was going to tell us the history of the Jewish people, and how that history is connected with the Jesus Christ that is being rejected. Yeah? So the man was full of wisdom, such that they could not counter his teachings, and they got angry enough to do to him what they did. Right? They were Hellenists. I'm still on this ethnicity issue. These people from the synagogue of freedmen were fellow Hellenists like Stephen. So in the first verse, we saw Hebrews and Hellenists. In this verse number, what did we call it? Verse number 9 and on, we saw Hellenists and Hellenists. So the question begs itself, Why do we fight ourselves even though we're serving the same God? This is fighting. The first one was issue inside the same church. This one was issue from that church to the other church. But this church or that church, we are one church. Why do we fight ourselves? Even to the point of killing somebody. You and I must pray that the spirit of Antichrist will have no room in our hearts. When the spirit of Antichrist enters somebody, it doesn't matter if they are connected with your blood. If they want to hate you, they're going to do it, and there comes problem. Watch out for ethnicity problems. Ethnic problems. It's in the Bible. Why does one group of Jews have to be fighting the other group of Jews? Why does the other group of Jews have to be fighting? In our language out there, we say infighting. And it's still very much alive today.